What's happening? It's your girl Mercedes Eileen. Welcome to my channel. Before we even get into this video, I just want to thank everybody that subscribed so much. I made it to 200 subscribers, and I know that's like small as hell, but that's a lot for me because I've never had 200 subscribers before. So thank you so much for subscribing and commenting and liking, interacting with my videos. On this channel, we talk about real things, just self-improvement, being healthy mentally, and, addressing the bull. Let's get into this video. This video is about the benefits of being your authentic self. So I was able to come up with 5 benefits of being my authentic self just because I'm on this new journey. It's probably been about a year because at first I didn't even realize I was becoming my authentic self, but now I've realized it and I wrote a few things down, and hopefully you can relate. If you can, make sure you comment down below. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first benefit of being your authentic self is you get to actually build genuine connections with people. So this means no fake, shallow, surface level connections, like all of that out the window. You'll automatically attract things that are meant for you. Now, does that mean that you'll attract a lot? No, it does not. It actually means you'll attract less, because if everything was for you, then what would be the point of being your authentic self? Like, I don't know. That doesn't add up. Things that align with you will actually come, and you'll get the opportunity to have genuine experiences and connections. One thing that happened to me when I was learning to be my authentic self, and I'm still learning, don't get it twisted, but one thing that happened when it first started happening was I was not in the same environments and around the same people. And I used to get upset about it because I thought it was like, oh, y'all are not inviting me, like y'all don't like me anymore. Like, I felt like that. But as I started to realize the real reason why I wasn't in those environments, it made me feel a lot better, because I realized I didn't want to do the things that they were doing in those environments. I didn't like the people that were in those environments. And I'm too real for the people that were in those environments. One thing about me is I'm very blunt and I call out bullshit. And everybody doesn't like that. Some people just want to be their fake ass selves and they want to sit in that and just be that. And that's not me. So, once I started being my authentic self, I automatically wasn't in these type of environments anymore. Didn't want to be after a while when I figured out why I wasn't. The second benefit of being your authentic self is that you are able to detect when other people are not being their authentic selves. This kind of goes back to the last one, when I said, didn't want to be around those people that I wasn't around anymore. It's very easy to point out someone that is not being their authentic self when you're being your authentic self. And oftentimes when you are around people like that, you end up doing things that you don't want to do. When you're being your authentic self, doing things that you don't want to do is not really an option anymore. You stop settling for things like that and you start yearning to be in the environments that you need to be in and around the type of people that you need to be around. The third benefit of being your authentic self is maturity. So when you're becoming more mature, you desire less to fit in. Like, you don't care about what other people have going on, what they're doing, how it makes them feel, because you're so worried about how what you're doing makes you feel. You don't want to be in environments where people are doing things that you don't agree with or that you don't align with, and you stop settling to do things that you don't want to do just to be around the people that you're around. I know that I used to do that a lot. I used to really adapt to the people that I was around so that I could enjoy myself, but in reality, it was never truly beneficial. And also that leaves less distraction. So like, for me, a big distraction was smoking. I really didn't like smoking, but I would just smoke because the people I was around were smoking. And it really used to distract me and stop me from doing a lot of things that I wanted to do. And I didn't realize it at the time, but in hindsight, I do realize that at the amount that I was smoking, like, I didn't need to be doing it because that does not align with who I am as a person. I started to become my authentic self. I desired less to fit in. Therefore, I started smoking less. And I just came to the conclusion that I'm not a big smoker. The fourth benefit of being your authentic self is that you get to develop true self-love. Since I've started being my authentic self, I have really been falling in love with myself. Like, I I really value my alone time. Now, don't get me wrong, because everything is good in moderation. I like alone time. I don't really like too much alone time, but I love my alone time. Like, I like dancing in the mirror. I like singing songs to myself and my baby. I like writing stories that come from nowhere, just come out of my head. I like writing in cursive for no reason. Like, I like doing these things with myself. And sometimes I even tell myself a joke and I'll laugh. Like, girl, I love myself. Like, I love spending time with myself. I think I deserve the best in life. Like, I think I deserve top tier of everything. And also, when you learn to love yourself, you learn your likes and dislikes. I know that I like people who like R&B music. I know that I don't like people who don't like R&B music. Not saying that I judge people by their choice of music, but I'm just saying, like, that's just like a small example. There's certain things in meeting new people that I could tell, like, okay, we're gonna click, or oh, we're not gonna click. You get what I'm saying? So you learn your likes and dislikes, and you tolerate less of what you don't like when you learn to actually love yourself. Fifth and most important benefit of being your authentic self is being forced to truly heal. This is the most bittersweet benefit. Child, when you are forced to heal, you see the lightest, most beautiful, and darkest, ugliest parts of yourself. And you actually have to look at the man in the mirror and do the work that it takes to actually change the flaws that you see in yourself. Not, oh, my nose is crooked flaws, but like, oh, I'm manipulative as fuck flaws, or oh, I complain too much flaws, or oh, I focus on the wrong things too much flaws. The shit that matters, you actually have to pay attention to yourself. Like, there's no way you can be your authentic self and not be healing. You have to be healing in some type of way from something, because everybody goes through something. Everybody has those internal flaws, and there's no way you can function in your authentic self if you're not even aware of what you need to heal and what needs to change. But once you do start healing and you find out, you know, what childhood traumas affected you, and you find out, why am I doing this? Where is this coming from? And you start to see those things about yourself, you get to know yourself in a completely different, way deeper way than other people would ever know themselves. If a person is not being their true authentic self, they have no sense of who they actually are. So the fact that you're even healing is something that is extravagant and amazing. You are strong. It takes a really strong person to heal their wounds and fix what needs to be fixed. It takes a very strong person. I used to think all the time, because I was so emotional, that people who ignored their emotions and did not acknowledge them were strong people. But actually, that's the easy way out. Like, when you pay attention to what's going on within yourself and you actually take the initiative to fix it, that is the strongest shit ever. I don't care what anybody says. Those are all of the benefits that I came up with for being my authentic self. If you have any benefits that I might have missed, or if you even have some cons to being your authentic self, go ahead and comment down below. We can definitely have a conversation about it. Once again, if you haven't already, subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Be blessed.